So we need to know how to draw the reflection of a shape. And the way to do this is count the number of squares from the mirror line for each vertex, so for each point, and then join up your lines. So for this point here, I can see it's one square across, so I'm going to go one square across from the mirror line. Now this point is 1, 2, 3 squares across, so go 3 squares across the other way. This point here is 2 squares across, so go 2 squares across the other way. And then once you've done that, it's just a case of using a ruler to join up your points, and then you've drawn the reflection. Draw the reflection of the shaded shape, so we'll do the same thing again. This point is just 1 across, so go 1 across the other way. This point here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares the other way. And this point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares the other way. And then once you've dotted your points, use a ruler to join them up. Now here we have a confusing pattern that's just put there to confuse us, but we do exactly the same thing. So this point here and this point here are already on the mirror line. This point here, it's at the end of a circle, so we go to the end of our first circle and point. This point here, we go half a circle down, then another circle, so go half a circle up, then another circle. This point here, we've gone half a circle down and then another circle, go half a circle up and then another circle. Do the same for this point here and this point here. And then we need to join up our points. Now it's a bit confusing, but I can see there's a line going from this point to this point. So here it's going to go to the point opposite it in the mirror line. Then I can see here those two are going across, so those two will be joined up as well. Then it's going down to make to join these lines joined like that. So do the same in your mirror line, join it across, join it up, and then you've joined the reflection. Here is a square with a design on it. The square is reflected in the mirror line. Draw the missing triangle and dots. So we could do the dots first. So this dot, if we go along from the mirror line, we go into the box, but we don't get into the second rectangle. We don't get into the second part of the shape. So do the same the other way. We go into our square, but we don't get quite to the second point or the second rectangle. So there's our dot. Now for this dot here, we're going across from the mirror line, we're going into the square, and then we're going just over into the second rectangle. So do the same the other way. We're going into our square, we're going just into the second rectangle, so there's our dot. Now we need to draw in the missing triangle. So the triangle starts halfway between or in the middle of the square where the two rectangles are. So that's going to be one of our points where the triangle starts, and the triangle ends halfway down at the end of the square. So let's make it end halfway down at the end of the square, and then we can join up our line and we've drawn our triangle. Draw the reflection of the shaded shape. So this point here is on the mirror line, so it's going to be on the mirror line when we reflect it as well. For this point here, we count 1 and 1.5 across, so half across and then another one. So go the other way, half across, and then another one. For this point here, we've gone 1, 2, 3 across. So go 1, 2, 3 across. And for this point here, we've gone half and then 1 across. So go half and then 1 across. Finally, we can join up our lines. And we've reflected our shape. Do the same for this reflection here. So this point here is 1 across, so let's go 1 across from the mirror line. This point down here is 1 across, so we go 1 across for that point there. For this point here, we've gone 1, 2 across from the mirror line, so let's go 1, 2 across the other way. This point here is 3 across, so go 3 across here. And this point here is 2 across, so go 2 across the other way. And then we're joining up our points carefully. So this is a straight line connecting those two, so let's have a straight line down, a vertical line in our mirror line. Then it goes up from that point to that point, so we need to go up from this point to this point. Then it goes across, so we need to go across, and then we need to look carefully at how it's joined up at the top and make sure that we've reflected it.